Look to the Gospels and follow the instructions that we've been given. These instructions free us from our dependence on externalized mechanisms that create a yearning for fiat, legal tender for all debts, public and private, a debt that is not yours, and a debt that is designed not to be paid down because the interest on that debt is what feeds the vampires that exploit the masses. It's what allows the credit system, the single greatest contributing factor for the massive bloat of an economy that has grown unsustainably large, to make something out of nothing. The greatest challenge this system introduces is the slow devolution of our ability to freely practice self-reliance and the misaligned relationship that it creates with our immediate environment. It creates an artificial reality that removes us from what's all around us. It blinds us from the truth. Centralized power and water systems, when operating on the debt-based fiat model of economic exchange, introduces the potential for programmable control over the market. Once you take away a person's ability to self-sustain and replace it with a lifestyle of convenience, this person now requires the systems and material which supplies their conveniences. But when that material requires the effort that only trillions of dollars can afford, the individual common man's access to this material has been completely compromised. No longer is the lifestyle he's accustomed to living accessible to himself alone, or even with the collaboration of a small tribe. Man is now entirely dependent on the substance that supplies his modern-day lifestyle of convenience and intrinsic powerlessness, and thus the systems that supply it. This is in fact the trajectory we're speeding towards, and for the most part, a reality we're mostly occupying already, considering the digitization of every aspect of our lives. From macro patterns of our everyday circuited behaviors all the way down to undiscovered preferences that can and will be accurately obtained with advanced LLMs that are trained on the latest insights in human physiology that will largely be massive data sets of factual synthesized insights that you and I will not have the capacity to digest within our lifetime. Real intel is captured from our biological telemetry data, which is being brokered by private enterprise to power the revolving door of big data and politics, processed and acted on in real time to mold the public, likely according to the end of maximizing power for these systems that are slowly replacing our collective and individual faculty of free will. If there was ever a zombie apocalypse, this is it. Mindlessly floating down the stream of time to our own oblivion. To disengage from this trajectory, it's imperative that an alternative option is developed for those who do not consent to the digitization and commoditization of life itself. Life is meant to be lived, not captured, contained, stored, and put on display long enough to see the next cycle of products replace their spot on the shelf, meeting their end in a dump. Life is being treated in this manner as of today and has been for some time, and I hereby declare the work I do to be as such, to provide shelter for those who seek deliverance from this abuse of power while I abide in and operate with the way of life Jesus gave us. The church is not prepared for the wedding feast. I am going about this land to strengthen relations with our brothers and sisters so that I can fulfill my duty as a follower of Jesus Christ and make disciples of all nations.